Alright, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner here with another film breakdown. Today we're doing Alabama Heisman Trophy winner DeVonta Smith. You all know him. I'm not going to tell you too much you don't know about him, but sometimes you see things different from this angle. And we're going to go through some plays from Georgia, Florida in the SEC Championship, and then the National Championship versus Ohio State. Obviously, you know the numbers. You know he won the Heisman. You know, almost 2,000 yards, 23 touchdowns. He's a good route runner. He is an awesome route runner. And for someone that's his size, the whole 170-pound thing, which you really don't see show up on film, you know, it's just kind of a number. His catch radius is really nice. Like, a lot of his catches aren't like him just being totally separated and having a ball in his chest. Like, he is making some awesome catches, and we'll go through that. And through contact. Like I said, his route running is crisp. But you'll also see, and you've seen the Jalen Waddle stuff, he's not the burner. He's not the burner that a Waddle is, but, you know, you don't need to be a burner like that to be a great NFL wide receiver. So let's get into it. First, like, subscribe. If you don't like the channel at the end of the video, then don't subscribe. But subscribe now. All right, let's go. First play, we're gonna go through some shorter routes. We're gonna go through some curl routes. So we got them lined up at the top. Man, catching traffic. All right, let's go through it. Nice release. Bam. Hips open up. You got the corner's hips opened up, running with you with the threat of deep. He doesn't have the safety over the top, so he's got to run with him. And Smith knows that. Now, he doesn't want to get too past him because then he screws up the curl. But just good spot. This corner feels like, hey, I'm sticking with him. And Smith knows I'm about to curl this. Bam. Nice break on it. The corner does a really good job. You know, Campbell for Georgia does a good job with this. But what you see with DeVonta Smith, man, is he comes back to the ball. And a lot of guys don't. They turn right here and they stop. And it's a contested, it's a ball that gets batted away. Comes back to the ball. I mean, not even just like 1 yard. I mean, curl. He's catching that ball to almost 3 yards from where the break was. And with traffic, man, this is a tight throw. You can see it from here. I mean, he's got this guy smothered over him, and he's able to bring that catch in. And that's why I'm saying it's like, yeah, he gets a ton of separation, but that's not the only way he wins. He makes really tough catches. Got him lined up down here at the bottom. This is against Eric Stokes, who's a really physical corner. Another guy like Georgia has some good corners. Now this ends up being a penalty, which Stokes has a ton. That's like his biggest issue is penalties. Now let's go through it. Inside release. Stokes stays with him. This corner is lined up with the other receiver, Waddle. Just through contact. So it's like, oh, he's 170 pounds. But you have one of the more physical corners in Eric Stokes grabbing him. And then, again, comes back to the ball. He is making that break. Makes the break here. He's catching that ball almost 4 yards from where he made that break. That stuff may not seem big, but it's a big deal, man. I remember Torrey Holt talked about this back in the day, man. It really stuck with me. It's like, come back to the ball, no matter what route you're running. Finish it by coming back to the ball, whether it's an in route, a dig route, an out route. Come back to the ball. It makes it a whole different world for your quarterback. Makes you feel a lot more comfortable on these routes where you're taking chances. Again, another curl at the top. Now the corner does stay in his hip pocket. Good release. Gets hands on him. So that's my worry, is kind of like on these deeper concepts, is, you know, he kind of struggles with hands on him a little bit. But he makes the catch through contact, comes back to the ball. You'll see it from the other angle. Right here. Now, this could get called for a penalty too, to be honest. You know, that might get called for a penalty in the NFL. But you see just break, come back to the ball. First down. Got him lined up at the top here. This one's against Florida. Finds the hole. Great against zone. Now this is it's hard to really put on concrete like a guy versus zone, because this corner's playing so off. But he understands that, and he's quick in it to where this flats defender isn't able to get out there in time. Curl. Floats towards the sideline. Comes back to the ball. Bam. If he doesn't come back to that ball, let's see where he breaks. If he just sticks right here, this guy, this flat defender might be able to get his hands on it. You know what I mean? If he just sticks right here, because he's catching it right here. Like, that defender might get his hands on that ball, and that could be an incompletion. Lined up here, down here in the slot. Dig route. Got this corner playing outside. Notice how he's playing outside like this. He's got this safety up here. Floats out towards him. Bam. Smooth in that break. Good catch. Lined up here on this one. Again, finds the soft spot in this zone right here. And Jones puts a good ball on him, but this is a nice catch. Finds a hole in this zone. Knows this corner's going to have to look here. This safety's not going to be able to crash down. Finds it right in between these guys. Finds a soft spot. Maybe we'll see it from the other angle. That's not like an easy catch, Like, for a lot of guys, that ball may end up in the dirt. One, because they may not have like the speed out of that break, or the ability to go up and get that. I mean, it's not like the craziest catch, but it's a nice catch. Get into their out route from the slot. Bam. Doesn't look like anything crazy, but it's a good route. Plays into the corner. Make sure that corner can't jump it. The ball's even thrown a little bit behind, makes the catch. Got him lined up at the top right here. Got off coverage. Just smoothing it. Now, this corner's playing off. And he opens his hips inside. But again, watch how this is where he's making the break. And he comes back to the ball. He rounds it out a little bit. Come back to the ball. Run the out in a flood concept here. Notice how he slow plays this. Now, I don't know how much this is him or coaching or what, but he slow plays this route. So, water right here is to take up this defender. He's going deep, which is supposed to take over the cover 3 defender and leave a hole in the zone right here. But you have this safety over the top. So if they play this too fast and Wade realizes this, he can sit on this and this out route shut down, and this safety over the top has the go ball. But he slow plays it to where this Wade doesn't break. Like, he breaks late on this. Bam. And you have a nice catch right here on the out route. Where if he plays this full speed and he's breaking this a half a second earlier, Wade, who has his eyes on him, sees it, breaks that off. Like, that could be that's the difference between a contested catch and how many yards we got here. And a 12-yard catch. Lined up at the top here. Again, he's not the speedster, but he can win with his release on these deep balls. That's good separation on a go ball against Shaun Wade, who at one point was being mocked in first rounds, but obviously not anymore. So just watch the release. That right foot of Wade drops back. Bam, go. Lined up here on this one. Or sorry, here. Wait, my bad. I'm dumb. Lining up here. This one isn't crazy, but it is a big play touchdown. It's a form of four verse, which I think every NFL coach should run 5 times a game because it leads to big plays. I know it sounds simplistic, but it's actually true. College coaches are running a lot more than that. But he's got that linebacker playing that deep middle, over the top touchdown. Again, that's not the craziest play, but it is a big play touchdown, so I wanted to put it in there. Again, I don't know if this is coaching or what, but watch him still play this. So the Bama puts Waddle in motion. So this corner has his eyes on there. You know, they would like to get the ball to Waddle a lot on these plays. And watch as he slow plays this. Like almost like he's about to come out and block. And then bam, turns it up. Easy touchdown. Easy throw and catch. Slow plays this like he's going to block. Gets this corner thinking. Bam. Lined up here on this one. Again, slow playing it. Slow playing leading to separation. He's got that off coverage. Keeps the corner from bailing immediately. And then by the time he's loaded up, ready to go, all that separation. Now the ball's thrown back badly, but you see he comes back to the ball. Comes back to the ball and makes a play. Now this play is unreal. And we've all seen this one. But this is the only touchdown that Eric Stokes gave up in his last season at Georgia. I mean, this is good coverage, and he just mosses this dude. And that's what I'm talking about with the catch point. Like, yeah, he's 170 pounds, but, like, these are the plays that won him the Heisman. It wasn't like, having 10 yards of separation and then, having an easy play and all scheme. Like, these are the plays that won DeVonta Smith the Heisman. Where he's got a guy in his hip. High punch that ball 2 feet down. It's hard to see from that angle. Again, this is the 170-pound receiver. 2 feet down. Mosses a guy. Got him lined up here on this one. Again, this is just showing how, like, the deep ball stuff, like how he sets it up. He knows he's got zone. Plays it outside. Gets that corner floating. Bam. Breaks it in. It's going to be wide open. Now, he misses this catch. It's one of the few drops he had, but it was still kind of a tough catch. Now, here's where I will point out the difference between him and Jalen Waddle and their speed and where it shows up. Because he's going to get double coverage. And if you watch the Jalen Waddle breakdown, Waddle wins these. Waddle gets the separation in these. So he's got this double coverage with the corner and the safety playing both. And he runs a good route. And he plays it decently. It ends up being a jump ball he doesn't get. But they are doubling him. I'm playing inside. This safety playing out. Sets it up well to break outside and get that safety floating out this way. But again, he's fast. But it's like that's where the difference between him and Jalen Waddle is where Jalen Waddle's here. Jalen Waddle has this separation. And he doesn't make this contested catch, but he makes those a lot. And then lined up here, just going to beautiful release, separation, touchdown. Go. Separation. That's unreal separation right there. And that's a touchdown. And that's why DeVonta Smith won the Heisman. So DeVonta Smith, I do have him rated below Waddle. I don't think that's a disrespect. I just think I'm so high on Jalen Waddle. But this guy's a player. I think the Marvin Harrison comparison is legitimate. I do think that's a legit comparison in that route running. And I know the size is obviously going to draw a comparison. But anyways, DeVonta Smith is a player, man. And I know I don't need to tell you to be excited about him, but get excited about him. DeVonta Smith is a player. If you like these videos, check out the playlist, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you on the next one.